One was Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mhm.
Um,
He's always on my mind.
is he?
Well, when I'm doing workouts and I have to do presses, I think of Arnold. I don't know why. It's just ingrained. I think.
Yeah, the Arnold Press.
Yep.
Well, I don't know if you subscribe to his email. He's got an email newsletter,
Oh,
and I think he actually writes it.
I bet he does.
I think he does.
Because what I saw in it was like it totally feels like his voice.
Yeah, right?
Or is a really good like Arnold GPT. Yeah.
Arnold GPT. That's the next iteration of
Exactly.
artificial intelligence.
Totally just trained on Arnold quotes.
So I know there's negatives and positives when you talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'm kind of a fan of his, more so now than I used to be.
Well, because I hate politics in general, like I could care less that he was,
Yeah,
a governor at some point and
the governor of
a
California,
governor of California.
of all places.
A Republican governor of California, right?
Well,
I don't remember.
yeah, he was Republican,
Okay.
but I think a European person
Mm-hmm.
who lives in California, who
Mm-hmm.
works in Hollywood,
Right.
who is a Republican governor, is probably not necessarily what we think of a Republican nowadays.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So again, this is why
Like
I
as
don't-
closest to a normal human maybe we can get.
this is why I don't
anyway.
like politics. But I've always enjoyed his work. And
Yeah,
and it's not supposed to be, the best work in the world.
right. And he knows that.
Yeah.
And I think he accepts it.
Yeah.
Which makes it even more fun.
Exactly.
And I'm also a child of the 80s, so
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Terminator
I
and
don't know how many times I've watched that little kid push that stone thing around in Conan.
yeah, the mill. Yeah, in Commando, greatest action movie of all time.
Come with me if you want to live.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Well, and then I've done some research on him, and I didn't know this until recently, but he was essentially a millionaire before he was an actor.
Yeah. It's
like he did that first.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody knows he did the bodybuilding stuff first, but he was kind of doing that at the same time, which is fascinating because he had a whole life.
Yeah.
First, like a very successful life, and then he had another one, and then he had another one, and now he's living his last one.
Do you know what was his first role in a movie?
Wasn't it like Hercules or something? Yeah, Hercules goes to
modern day, like
Hercules goes to California or something. Yeah, that's pretty cheesy, but yeah. Well, so he puts out an email newsletter.
Is that what we're talking about? Okay.
Yeah, among things, but he was reacting to someone, I think, who was tweeting at him or whatever social media thing this is from. Make sure we'll link this up, but it's like, what's your opinion of men's mental health? And she's asking, she's a psychologist asking him to remind his audience that therapy is not just for crazy people. Seeking therapy doesn't mean you're insane.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he responds, I hope it works for you. But it's a deeper thing that he writes in his Arnold's Pump Club, which is his email newsletter, which is kind of funny. But it's more his response I thought was interesting. Was mostly about let's see if I can find it here. Mostly, his opinion is that yes, therapy is not just for crazy people. Everyone can benefit, but the main meat of his nice guy sandwich, which you put right in the middle here, is social media has caused a crisis of confidence because people lose their sense of purpose scrolling feeds all day. We're constantly told to be scared, and then you see like fake confidence online. I forget who said this. Maybe it was like Andy Stumpf or something that said like, social media is the feed you can look at all the people that you should hate.
Well, I like that.
Well, I mean, they're just going to show you the best of everything, and probably most of it's fake.
Yeah.
There's also like pictures of people like faking their vacations. I'm sure you've seen that. Like it's like they have like a a toilet seat for an airplane window, and they're like,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
I've seen it.
completely fake. Those are,
Yes.
I think, extremely funny, but extreme humor.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think people aren't willing to feel a little out of their comfort zone for even a minute. But life isn't going to be comfortable all the time, so it throws them out of whack when they hit the crappy parts. So I don't disagree with him.